Yeah. Okay. We'll move on to our next We'll move on to our next set of presentations. So 5 through 10. Currently, we have Tidal Philippines next, with our presenter Patrick. Woo! Yeah! Woo!
What if you could generate electricity from the oceans? I'm Patrick Guzman, inventor and founder of Tidal Turbine. The Philippines is poised as the next success story in renewable energy. But today, fossil fuel electricity prices are getting expensive. What if we could generate affordable and renewable electricity from our ocean? Imagine a wind turbine for the ocean, a tidal turbine for the Philippines. Tidal Philippines. On December 10, we will reveal our mini prototype. Like, share this video, and join us as we see the future of energy.
Hello everyone, hello judges. Tidal Philippines is a startup that makes tidal turbines for the Philippines. Tidal Philippines, in partnership with DOST TAPI. So the problem of today, if we look at the Philippine electricity market, is that 70% of our electricity comes from dirty fossil fuels. And another problem is that our off-grid communities without electricity relies heavily on diesel power plants. So those communities, example of this is Mindoro, Marinduque, Romblon, and Palawan, or Mimaropa. So another problem would be diesel is really expensive. So what is our solution? 70% of our planet is the salty ocean. The Philippines is a coastal country. So today, we see the future of energy. Presenting the X300 Turbine. It is an amazing turbine that floats, making it easy to maintain, so it is safe. It is affordable. Diesel costs 20 pesos per kilowatt hour at 6 years ROI versus our tidal turbine that only costs 5 pesos per kilowatt hour at only 4 years ROI. It is limitless and trustworthy. Diesel is imported from other countries. And the Philippines, being a coastal community, and our tides moves 24/7, making it limitless and trustworthy. So according to the Department of Energy, there is 170 gigawatt of potential tidal capacity from 100,000 hectares of Philippine waters. So ready, spark, charge. As the waves moves into our turbine, it spins and generates electricity in our mini substation. And we say, let there be light. And there was light. So for our business model, we will be the turbine supplier to energy developers, First Gen, Aboitiz Power, and NEA. For our customer validation, we've talked with our customers, Aboitiz Power and Energy Development Corporation. And by January 2023, together with Aboitiz Power, We will power their Aboitiz Land seafront residences in San Juan, Batangas. And here's a proposal. Together with Robinson's Land, we could also implement it on your Robinson's Boracay Beach House. And also, with First Gen, we could implement it at the Agusan Mini Hydro Project. So, there's a lot of opportunities to be seen here, isn't it? So, for our team, yours truly, Patrick de Guzman, mga bagong Rizal National Awardee, Dr. Gino Andres, DOST Balik Scientist, and Engineer Mark Manlapas, a construction mechanical engineer. So we are currently incubated at the De La Salle University Animal Labs, and the technology, an amazing technology, is currently patent pending with the help of Ateneo Intellectual Property Office. So last October, we have been granted a fund for concept prototyping by DOST Technology Application and Promotion Institute for our mission of safe environment for people, affordable electricity for profit, limitless and trustworthy materials for the planet. Safe, affordable, limitless, and trustworthy. See the future of energy. Tidal Philippines. Thank you.
Good job, Pat. With regards to this year, you're saying it can be at sea and as well as river, upriver.
Yes, sir. It's a floating type, so it's inverted, sir.
Inverted, no?
Yep.
So you'll have the blades underneath.
It's
the
designed to float. So here's the floater, sir.
Yes.
It encloses the generator, a mini generator, then connected to a mini substation to regulate because the waves are not, it is intermittent, inherently intermittent. So you need to regulate it to not fluctuate and then light a community.
My other question is that the sea is quite corrosive as well as in terms of barnacles also and other. It will. How about the maintenance cost and other?
Okay, sir. So the design, we are currently designing a bigger turbine. It is called X500. This one is X300. So we would be using fiberglass. We're learning how to fabricate it because fiberglass is inherently cheap. It's easy to maintain. And it's not corrosive, it doesn't corrode versus stainless steel.
How about the barnacle problem?
Sir, our technology, we have a current patent pending technology. It's a coating for that turbine. We developed it together with Ateneo de Manila University. So it's a coating basically.
Is it environmentally friendly?
Yes, sir.
coating,
It
or-
doesn't have any
Does it
kinds
have
of
a-
copper that local ships use. It's made from a tree residue or resin.
So, my question is more on the substation rather than the turbine because Sir Amon already gave my concerns, particularly they're very that's But for the substation, I think it's normally the problem with these kinds of sea technology is that normally they can't put the substation near
Yes.
the turbine. So the problem there is a huge loss, right?
Yeah.
In the generated power. So
There's
how do you
solution.
solve that?
So our technology, we're currently building it with the best engineers as we know. It encloses a transmission line, which in practice would be buried underground, just like the internet line. So our currently, I can't say it because it's still patent pending the technology for that, but there is a technology which is a 10% more efficient at micro scale. We cannot test it at large scale at the moment because it's really tiny for now. So there's a technology for it. Maybe we could connect with you and message you if once the patent is there.
So because I also know that there has been a lot of effort in this space in abroad or internationally, and there was even an international resort that was pure water, right? And they tried to implement these kinds of things, and they had problems, particularly not with the turbine, but more of the base station, the generation and the conversion of power. I think that's why I'm more concerned on that side. Because on the turbine, I think it's more of the material na lang yung concern ko eh. But harnessing it's normal na kasi there are a lot of, it has been a very studied na,
And it's basic engineering, sir.
and it's actually the most reliable naman, so it's not a problem. But I think the conversion would be very
okay,
much of
sir.
your concern. And also, have you considered also the disaster risk reduction impact of your systems?
Okay, so there is a study, sir, that from UK. There are tidal turbines deployed in other parts of the world, but not here in the Philippines because it's really expensive. And that's the thing that we're solving. So back to your question, there is a study that it doesn't greatly affect the lives of fishes versus how wind turbines kills birds. And
My concern is not the negative actually.
okay.
My concern is actually the positive. So
okay, sir.
because for example the normal turbine can be used to mitigate storm fronts. But yours is right now because it's buried in the, or rather it's underwater. It might not have the same impact in terms of the storm front.
Okay, sir. Because what we're solving is here is the diesel air pollution of off-grid communities. So scientifically, this turbine doesn't have any emissions because it uses tidal. So that's the only part that we're solving right now because that's our focus. But maybe in the future as we scale. So thank you, sir, for that suggestion.
Yeah, no, I'm just more concerned of course also of the power generated because of the direction of, if you're buried, it's less, right? Because the direction is paganon. But your waves are paganon.
It's tidal current, sir. So are you familiar with horizontal turbine, sir? It's turbine, so there's one direction, and then any direction you could turn this because it's vertical from there to here.
So multi-directional siya.
Yep, sir. Thank you.
Can I ask one more question? Just curious, sir, are you using DC or AC current tune? Are you using an alternator?
It currently generates DC, sir, because we have the battery, and we have an inverter here to power AC light.
Thank you very much, Tidal PH, for such a lovely